right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming in and joining today. Today, we're going to be talking about how to maintain our weight loss after bariatric surgery. Um, I'll start out by introducing myself. I'm Jamie. I'm a patient coordinator here. I've been with Mexico Bariatric Center for a little over a year. I had surgery with them in February of 22. I have had the gastric sleeve surgery with Dr. Montalvo, and I have maintained my weight loss for those 3 years. I still have restriction. Um, I still feel like I'm losing inches sometimes, but I've lost a total of 220 pounds, and I'm here to tell the story and share it all with you and hopefully inspire somebody out there. So, um, I'm going to go over a few things otherwise today too that are not so much related to maintaining your weight loss that I want to cover at the end. We've got some great things coming up this month. I want to start out by telling you about Dr. Seha's webinar. If you were not yet booked, you have an opportunity to win $2,000 off your surgery prize. It's a lottery they do. You finish the whole video and then you get added in this lottery to see if you win, okay? And that is going to be this weekend on Saturday the 7th at 10 a.m. Then we also, those of you who are past patients or are patients who are considering bariatric surgery, but later on are considering plastic surgery, we're going to have Kelly and Janae from Mexico Cosmetic Center telling you about Kelly's story. She's a coordinator, kind of assistant here. She's a little bit of everything here. But if you guys have watched these lives and stuff, she has taped her journey with her BBL and her tummy tuck here with us in Mexico. So you guys should definitely tune in for that. It is the 13th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. So let us know what you think. You can get your cosmetic answers on that day. Okay, so I want to kind of jump in, and Sarita, I want you to feel free because Sarita's also a past patient, so I want you to put your 2 cents in here too because it really, I think, helps our viewers, along the lines of how to maintain that, and what works for me might not work for you, but what worked for Sarita might work for you. So everybody's body is different. Just know that these are our experiences and that some of these things might not happen, okay? Or you might not experience. So just keep that in mind. Your journey is different. I'm sure you've heard that along your process of research as well. But that's kind of how that ball bounces, okay? We never know what's going to happen to one person, but it might not happen to the next. Okay, so very important. I want to kind of start off by telling you guys what has worked for me right off the bat. I started weighing my food. I had an issue with portion control as far as like, I look at my meals now, even Thanksgiving just being here, for instance, I'll use this as a great example. I'm watching my family eat. I cooked this big giant meal and I am like, oh, did I eat that before? And then 2 hours later, come in the kitchen for more leftovers, you start to realize your body does not need that much food to sustain on. And so with the pre-op diet, this kind of helps come along, and the post-op diet too helps you kind of regulate that mentality. And it's a hard one. I mean, food's hard to give up. Dieting is hard. Coming to Mexico is hard. This is all hard stuff, but getting that scale first and foremost for me was a game changer. I do my protein first. I always eat my protein on every dish first. That way, if I have room for something else, it's an ounce of veggies or it's, whatever it may be. Okay. So always just make sure you're eating that protein first and then weighing your food. Some days I can eat more than other days, so don't discourage yourself if you're having more than 4 ounces or 3 ounces, whatever you're weighing your protein at, okay? Because there are going to be days that are going to be different, and they're going to look different, they're going to taste different, so just keep that in mind, okay? Very important, read your nutrition labels. It's tricky. If you didn't know how to diet before and you had a hard time choosing food, but labels make you feel like you're eating something healthy. And I know some people are going to come for me today about this, but don't. Okay. I'm going to show you some foods that are good for like in between on the go when you literally have no other option, but you've got like a hankering for something or a texture for something, just whatever. But do not, and I repeat, do not make these your go-to things. Like, don't keep this in your cabinet, like on repeat with your grocery list. Okay. These are not great items, but they are things that make bariatric surgery look doable. Okay. And I'm going to show you the bad ones first, and then I'll go to the good ones. Okay. Quest products. I have had one of these. They've been in my cabinet for 2 months, so they're on their way out the door. But okay, they're not great, but they're not bad. They do have 10 grams of protein and 12 grams of fat. I'm going to get into this label later. Okay. Also, not the best, but in a pinch, the Fit Crunch bars. Okay. You see them at Costco, you'll see them at Walmart, whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have a box of them, but I prefer the Built bars. They are the least of everything, because once you get into the least of things, you're also getting into ingredients that are horrible, that are just not even words we can pronounce. Those are bad ingredients on top of the fat content and the carbohydrates in some of these products. Okay, now if you are looking for something balanced, okay, and my rule of thumb is, and I posted this quite a while back, it was kind of cool, and I learned it from somebody else in the bariatric community months before I had done bariatric surgery. So you've got your calories, okay? Sorry, it's a little small, you can't see, but you know what I'm talking about. So you got your calories. For instance, this is 150 calories. Take your finger, put it over the 0. That puts it at 15 calories. Okay, then go down to your protein. The protein is 20 grams. So as long as that 20 number is more than that 15 number, okay, I would consider this to be a decent replacement for a meal. Okay. If you were on the go now as a bariatric patient, you're going to have one of those with you. I like to call it my emotional support bottle because everybody makes fun of me because I carry a Stanley. Okay. Well, I'm also a mom with an SUV. Don't come for me. But it's funny because it really is my emotional support cup, because I don't go anywhere without it. I have that full. So I have my water bottle full. I usually have a protein shake handy. And then I'll have some other like water mixture that I've made up. I like to put fruit punch, sugar-free, Crystal Light, and pineapple together. It's my go-to water drink. So I usually have 3 things floating around plus miscellaneous. This is another snack that I'll carry with me. It's empty, as you can see. I love this one. Chomps. Okay. And by the way, I'm not a nutritionist. So I don't work for Mexico Bariatric Center as a nutritionist. Some of my new, these, mind you, okay, this is just some things I'm trying to kind of keep you from when we're doing labels. Okay. So if you just joined us, so you know, these ones have 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 10 grams of protein. And the thing I like about the chomps is you're getting that 10 grams of protein if you're just a little shy today, but you need that extra boost for a snack. This is a good go-to one because the ingredients are just yay big, okay? And it's got 100 calories per stick. So you take that 0 away, you're right at that label for the calories and the protein, okay? I just picked up this because a lot of you talk about coffee and how you can't have coffee because it's got this, that, and the other thing in it, and the milk, and then the oat milk with the carbs and things. I found this and I just was shocked. It's 2 shots of espresso, it's 20 grams of protein, and only 1 gram of sugar. Okay. You get into the, you're getting into the label here. 5 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 2.5 grams of fat. You add 10 ounces of water with this, 2 scoops of this, chai protein coffee. Okay. Love it. It's 120 calories. Okay. I'm going to take away that 0. That brings it down to 12 calories. Then the protein is 20 grams. That is definitely over the amount than the calories. That is not a bad option if you'd like a coffee and you'd like to get some protein in. Okay. Because again, preach it all day long. Sarita will back me up on this. Protein is what you want, because it's gonna make you feel full faster because your body is absorbing those nutrients and getting what it needs. Why slider foods go through us is because it has no nutritional value for you. So you can eat 10 cookies. Yeah, because you know why? The restriction's not there because you're not giving your body what it's asking for. So when you start doing these meals and going post-op, especially, I go out to eat, and my favorite meal at Olive Garden is the chicken Alfredo. Well, I have learned to sub the chicken Alfredo, the fettuccine noodles, for broccoli. So it's basically the chicken, the broccoli, and the sauce, right? So I always eat the chicken out of it first, and which for me is about this much food, maybe a little more, it depends. But that's about how much I get out of a meal there, and then I just bring it home. But I always eat my protein first out of it. That way I can't indulge in the bread at Olive Garden if I wanted to. And always remember those things too. You're going to go to restaurants that serve bread before dinner, salads, skip the croutons. Can you have a salad before your dinner? Absolutely. Just remember, when you get the dinner with the nutrients in it, you're not going to be able to eat as much. So if you're going to have a little appetizer before your dinner, just know those bites at dinner, when your dinner comes, is not going to be very many. And that's where you probably really need to get your nutrition in for the day, because that's a meal that you need to be eating. So just keep those things in mind and mindful. Protein first. I'm going to say it a million times. Follow those post-op diet guidelines. It's important. There's a lot to learn, a lot to remember. You can always fall to us, okay? Anytime. Your coordinator, your nutritionist, Sarita, is on the social media pages. The coordinators now have assistants that work and help us out because our caseloads are growing every day. And all of us are here to help you with that. But those pre-op diet guidelines are awesome because a couple reasons, okay? It's going to set you up for the success you're looking for in the surgery and the outcome you want to have, okay? So for instance, my thing is I drank a lot of alcohol before surgery. I know it was hindering my weight throughout my life, and I chose to not drink it anymore. Alcohol has a lot of sugar in it. They tell you to wait 6 months. If you literally cannot wait, just wait the 6 months. I promise you will see the difference. Giving up soda is a huge one. It leaves it blows your stomach up it sends signals to your brain to make it think that you're still got room in there for food or whatever. So carbonation is completely bad for you, has been our whole lives. Now we're just learning about it, right? It's a tough one for some people to take out of their diet. They've been having soda since they were very young. But again, just keep in mind that, you got a stomach the size of an egg to start with, and you want to fill that space with nutrients, okay? Because also, the more small meals you eat, the more you're going to lose weight. It's a proven fact with or without bariatric surgery, okay? We also have the 30-30-30 rule. That's a really important one to start with your pre-op diet, I think, because it kind of sets the tone for the post-op diet. No drinking or eating before and after meals for 30 minutes. The reason for this is also it sends signals to the brain that there's room in there. You're eating, you're drinking, the fluids filling up the tummy, and it's sending signals to the brain, hey, there's room over here for more food. Also I just started incorporating this because after the holidays, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little sluggish. I indulged for the holidays a little bit more than I like to admit, but I didn't go over my portions and stuff. I just feel icky because of the food I had. And so I started walking on my lunch break. I get an hour for my lunch, and it's literally 30 minutes of a walk. So incorporate that into your 30-30-30, okay? And also, along with that 30-minute rule, take 30 minutes to eat your meals. Chew those bites down to applesauce consistency. It's important for your new tummy to get used to and help you with the digestion process. And so you can absorb that nutrient that your body's craving at the same time, okay? And again, I just, I kind of touched base on some of these labels and some of these products. If you just joined us, I'm just kind of going over some of the labels and foods that we've talked about in bariatric weight loss afterwards, as far as, products like the Quest products. Don't make those a habit in your home. They're okay, but they are not great to have. So please, if you just joined us, go back and rewatch us again about that. Make your meals at home. We all like to go out. It's an American pastime. Wherever you live, it's a pastime. So enjoy going out to eat, being restricted from these things, but don't do it a lot. Try to the first year set yourself some goals. I'm not going to eat out for 6 months. Mine was, I'm not going to try steak for 6 months. Things like that. Just set a goal for yourself and try to stick to it. And when you do go and make your own meals at home, you're getting those fresh ingredients. You're getting ingredients that we were talking about in those labels that are hidden. There's such long words we can't pronounce. Those are the bad ones. Okay. I deconstruct everything I make for my family. So I do a lot of crock pot meals, especially during the winter time. And I do a lot of meals that way too, because I can't eat everything my family eats. And I sometimes don't believe how unfair it can be, especially when I've got a teenager in the house as well, who is definitely not going to eat my Big Mac burger bowl for dinner. Okay. So, I deconstruct everything. So if I make something in the crock pot for my family, say I am making Swedish meatballs or whatever the case may be, I just don't have the pasta. I just have the meatballs and the sauce, and I weigh those meatballs. Tacos. I know that they have the low carb tortillas and whatnot, but if you're trying to avoid carbs at all cost, deconstruct a taco, make a taco bowl without the shell. Why not steak? Daisy, I didn't do steak because steak was one of my favorite things, but it's also got a lot of fat and I just don't digest well. And it can be hard to tolerate. Exactly what Sarita's saying. I'm following her too. So it's just hard to tolerate and break down in the beginning. And I still have a hard time, and I'm 3 years out. I'll take a bite now and then. I have stuck mostly to chicken. I'm not a seafood eater. I have a lot of dietary restrictions because I have diverticulitis. So I cannot rely on nuts or seeds for my protein and healthy fats. So, and not being a seafood eater as well, that kind of hinders me from a lot of those protein packed items as well. So I live off a lot of chicken and a lot of ground beef and a lot of ground turkey. So yeah, it's your taste buds change also. And certain things just don't break down the same for everybody. So beware of that. There's some things that have been coming up that I do want to bring up that aren't completely related to the weight loss thing. And if you guys still have some questions on, post-op weight loss and how to maintain it, please keep asking away. But revisions, you guys, we do revisions. We also, Dr. Rodriguez, not that long ago, Sarita, I don't know if you can remember the date, but not that long ago, Dr. Rodriguez had a wonderful webinar on revisions. Some cannot be performed. They have a low prognosis and it's a waste of money and time. I'm going to be really honest with you. If you've already gotten to the bypass stage, or, you're thinking of getting, your sleeve redone, the doctor really doesn't care to do re-sleeves because it is a waste of your money and the prognosis is low, and you can only lose and found in most patients, it's only been 0 to 10% of weight loss. So we don't want you to waste your money. We want you to meet your goals. So the doctor will tell you the best solution and the best surgery for you. And if you think that you have picked a wrong surgery, just let your coordinator know. We'll switch it. We'll help you find the correct surgery that will work for you and maintain your weight loss. When it comes to revision, there are revision fees. The doctor is going through scar tissue. So it's not just the price of the surgery. And usually when you're quoted that price, that revision fee is included in that price. I know a lot of you are having a hard time because you've been with us before and coming back, you're upset because my surgery was X amount of dollars the last time I came, but there is a revision fee and every revision surgery is different and priced differently. So don't get discouraged, but we are here to help you, and we will try to find the proper revision surgery that will fit your needs and your weight loss goals. Also, I still, even from my last live, I think was 2 weeks ago, I literally, you guys, family and friends are not supporting you out there. And I'm really sorry to hear that because I'm, I'm kind of a realist when it comes to this. And I believe that if you are a parent, if you have kids or not, or live singly or have a spouse or whatever your current living situation is, okay? At some point in your life, you've taken care of somebody else, okay? And the reason that you might have become overweight is because you have taken so much care of your family, your friends, your parents, whatever. You've done something for somebody else, and this is something that you need to do for you. So be careful who you tell. Make sure that your circle is supportive. You don't need to tell 25 people what you're doing. Tell the 3 people that care about you. Because this is what I told my family is, even if they take my kidney in Mexico, I'm going to be 3 pounds lighter, and it was a joke. And I know that it's not something to joke around, but seriously, when I got off the airplane and the drivers picked me up, I was calm and at ease. And they were fun and funny, and the people I had met for like 2 minutes on my bus ride, on my ride, were already cracking up. Like, don't believe everything you read off the internet, you guys, honestly. Okay, you hear that saying just about everything in life. So you're gonna be okay. We're not gonna send you to a place that is going to do something bad. We're not here to take your money so you can have a horrible surgery experience. We are a legit company trying to help you, okay? And I know it's hard when you don't have that support, but that's what we're here for and your coordinator's here for, okay? So please. I did see, Joy, you jumped in and asked if we could go over aftercare appointments. We sure can. So the discharge kind of looks like is they discharge from 9 to 10 in the morning, your discharge day, okay? And then they will take you to a pharmacy and then you will head off to the airport. Now, when you get home, we ask that you get some, every 3 to 6 months or so, get some blood work done, make sure your iron levels are good. But they're going to do 3 leak tests while you're in Tijuana. You're going to do 2 while you're under and 1 before you discharge at the hospital to make sure you're A-okay. But now some of your primary care doctors are either enthused or not enthused that you're coming to Mexico. So be prepared for that. But when it comes to blood work, that's what we ask. Just make sure that your blood work is in check and your iron levels are good. We're here to help you with the rest of it. If you're feeling uncomfortable about things in that nature, we do offer the optional medical tourism insurance for an extra $179 for peace of mind. I've sold quite a few policies with 0 claims, but if you feel, the need for any of that, then definitely take advantage of that. So if you live and work on the farm, Joy, a recovery for you is going to be mostly lifting restrictions. And that is pretty much across the board for everybody, I should say. And it's 8 weeks and it goes in increments. It goes 15 pounds, no more than 30 pounds, and then nothing over 50 pounds as you're out to 6 to 8 weeks. So if you can get some help with your lifting, I definitely encourage you to do so, because you definitely don't feel like you've had surgery. You feel bloated and a little tender, like almost as if you've eaten too much, right after surgery. But the problem is that you're healing from the inside out and you cannot tell what you look like in there, right? So if you've had any laparoscopic surgery, gallbladders, hernia repairs, things like that, any of you out there in the world, just know it's the same. You can't see, you look good on the outside, but you're not so great on the inside. So remember, for 8 weeks, You are healing from the inside out, okay? Very important. There's something else I want to cover. There's some patients that are probably already booked and weren't given this information. If you're newly booked, you possibly have this information. Hospital stays. If you do not have a companion, chances are you will be staying by yourself at the hospital. They are just now bypassing the hotel altogether and taking you straight to the hospital. So you're not alone for one. You can meet your other surgery buddies. I know some of you have been upset because you've gotten straight to the hospital, but the people you wanted to meet are maybe at the hotel. Don't worry, they're only at the hotel for one day if they're having the same surgery date as you. We're just doing that to make patients feel more secure and just kind of getting you prepared, and it's helping us with coordination process of people coming in for pre-op and things like that. And it's helping our process along a little bit better. So we hope you understand as we go through these changes, and we apologize for the inconvenience of you not knowing or hearing about it beforehand, and then you got to Mexico and you found out you were staying just at the hospital. We apologize. Let's see. I really encourage a lot of you, though, to stay hydrated too. Hydration is key for maintaining that weight loss. You're also going to feel like hungry sometimes. It could be just the fact that you need some water or some hydration. Okay, so hydration is key into losing weight. Okay, as well. And you guys, as we wrap up this session today, I just really appreciate, I want to say, everyone that comes in and joins these and asks questions, because these questions are going to help you and benefit you guys in the long run post-op. And again, we're always here for you afterwards. Christian, our nutritionist, Sarita, your coordinators, everybody's here to help you maintain and make these weight loss goals happen. Those of you who are still on the fence, do it. I'm telling you, you will regret not doing it sooner, because that's what everyone says. Like, Jamie, what's your advice? Like, what is your one thing? I wish I would have done it sooner. And I honestly got to tell you, I hear it all the time. So get out here and do it. It's a good time to come. We're still offering $195 deposits. And that's the lowest I've seen our deposits in a while. So come on out and get surgery. Come see our new hospital. It's been in the making for quite a few years, and it's absolutely beautiful. Check out our reviews on that. And I just think that the more you guys do on your pre-op and post-op diet with closing out this live, you guys are going to benefit so much from it. The pre-op and post-op diet, I was just the worst person when it came to choosing food and navigating diets, just like everybody else out there. I think once we get to Mexico Bariatric Center, we have literally tried everything, right? So just remember, we're all in this together. We can do this together. We're a team, and we're here to help you every step of the way. I still ask Christian for help. He can vouch for that. I still send him labels and things. So, just know that the person sitting next to you might be struggling just as much as you are. And I'm not here to sugarcoat it, but this is a journey. It's your own. Again, when I started this live today, I told you guys, I'm not a nutritionist in any way, shape, or form for Mexico Bariatric Center. This is what works for me, and this is how I maintain. Definitely movement, hydration, and protein are my top things when I'm telling people that have not had bariatric surgery. But I'm always pleased that you guys are in here and ask questions, because the more questions you ask, the more great you're going to succeed at this surgery. So I appreciate every one of you. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Dr. Seha, again, will be on the webinar this weekend on the 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check it out. You could win $2,000 off your surgery price if he's your doctor. And don't forget, Kelly and Janae from Mexico Cosmetic Center will be on live on the 12th. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kelly's going to tell us about her BBL and her tummy tuck from our cosmetic center, which is in the same hospital. So Again, you guys, appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until next time, see ya.